Solo Leveling Episode 7 now out. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Episode 7 of Solo Leveling is now out for you guys to go and check out. Now, last week's episode was absolutely incredible. That episode had one of the greatest sequences in anime that I have seen. It was spectacular. That moment when Jinwoo makes that decision that he has to kill these guys in order to survive. And the score, the music for that scene was perfect. And then the animation was perfect. Just one of the coldest moments you will see in anime. So to go from an episode like last week's episode, which was incredible, you had a massive mountain to climb when it comes to episode 7. And now I didn't go in episode 7 expecting it to be better than episode 6. I was like, that is peak episode 6. If you can get anywhere near that, then you've done your job. Episode 7 was just as good as episode 6. Let me tell you that now. Now, this episode starts off with Jinwoo, bringing back fried chicken from the haul that he got from last episode. So his sister's like, oh my God, you got all this stuff. You must have went well. And he's starting to, feel guilt for what he did, how he killed humans. Because remember, this is the first time he's actually done this. He's actually killed humans. Normally it's Magic Beast or something like that. But this time it was actually flesh and bone. So he's not used to this and he's trying to figure it out. But then he comes to the realization, like, I had to do it. There was no other choice. And I didn't even think about it. It just clicked and it just happened. And I wouldn't, if it happens again, I'll do the exact same thing. So now we're seeing that progression of Jinwoo and his character to a point where he's like, my family comes first no matter what. I will survive. I will do whatever is necessary to make sure that they are fine. And I love that aspect about him and how far he's come already in 7 episodes. How far this character has grown is insane. And then he gets an offer from the guy that was in there with him with the gold armor. And he's like, I want to be a guild master. So I need to go on 19 raids. And I want you to be a part of it. So he wants Jinwoo to be a part of all that. And he even offers like $30 billion worth of like real estate, whatever it is. But it's $30 billion is what Jinwoo's going to get. He's going to get that much money. And Jinwoo's like, I don't know, man. I would normally jump at this, but it's kind of risky to do this and that. But then obviously he gets blackmailed into it. So he accepts that. Then as he's doing his skills that he has to do, the push-ups, the sit-ups, the running and that, he figures out that he can go past the actual requirements that are made. So he figures out that he can now double it. And when he does that, he gets a key. And this is to the Demon Castle. I believe it's called the Demon Castle. So this is accessing that. Inside there is something that is just essential to Jinwoo. And something that he really, really wants. And that is a potion that can cure all illnesses. Now, we know Jinwoo, his mother has an illness. And she hasn't woken up from it. So you could imagine this character now having the opportunity to go and find something like this. To be able to save his mother. He's 100% going to take the opportunity. And he does. He goes in there. And we get this hellish looking city burnt to the ground as if, war had gone through it or a demonic being has come through and just completely wiped it all out. It's an apocalyptic world, fire everywhere, smoke. Looked absolutely brilliant. The animation is gorgeous in Solo Leveling. Then we get introduced to the Gatekeeper. What I like to call is the Hellhound with 3 heads. And we see this beast. And now we know how strong Jinwoo is. We've seen this progress of this character, how strong he is. But my boy, Jinwoo, gets his ass beaten. And it just shows you that he's still got a long way to go. Because he gets his ass whooped by this Hellhound. And it is glorious. And it's not glorious because Jinwoo's getting beaten up. But it's glorious because the animation of this fight is spectacular. It's bloody. Like the moment that he gets his arm ripped off and the blood goes everywhere. Gorgeous. You have the design of the Hellhound with the 3 heads looks freaking awesome with the fire coming off it and that. Gorgeous. And then the whole fight sequence with Jinwoo trying to figure out how am I going to beat this thing because it's stronger than me because, like, remember that episode? It was red above him, which means this one is stronger than Jinwoo. So he is really trying to do it. And obviously, it being a potion that can cure all illness, it's not just going to be a walk in the park. Like, come on, you got to know that. So Jinwoo's getting his ass handed to him, and he is figuring out that he can full recover because a previous scene where he was drinking alcohol would recover himself. So he could never get drunk. I know a lot of people want that. A lot of people want to be able to drink as much alcohol as they can, and it just doesn't affect them. Jinwoo has that ability now. So there you go. Man can just drink anyone under the table and not get drunk or ill or anything from it. Kind of cool power to have. Like, let's be real. Imagine that going out in night town and just never getting wasted. But hey, it is what it is. So he starts using the recovery to try and, bring his arm back and try to survive. But he's getting absolutely destroyed. He's on the wit's end of his life. And then the buff of the Hellhound, the rage boost, disappears. And now Jin knows this is my chance to beat it. So he full recovers, goes in. He doesn't fully recover, but he recovers enough to where he can actually go in and do some damage. So he goes in there and boom, goes in ham with this Hellhound. And it's this beautiful sequence. And he's struggling still. He's in the mouth of it. And this is where we see Jinwoo's will. The will to win, the will to survive, the will to do anything at all costs. He starts stabbing this thing in the eye, like just continuously. Absolutely brilliant. The score is fantastic. The animation's on point. He finally does do it, and we get this great shot of blood just coming out everywhere. There is enough blood that it rains and puts out fires. How freaking badass is that? Imagine that. Raining blood to put out fires. That's badass. That is badass. And Jinwoo gets another key. He gets fully healed, levels up, gets another key to the castle. He gets the potion ingredients and the actual, recipe to make it. So he now knows how to make it. The ingredients he needs are in that castle. But Jinwoo's not an idiot. And this is what I love about the character. He knows that, look, he wants this. This is something he desires so much. But if he knows if he goes in that castle now after that battle with that thing that he struggled with the Hellhound, if he walks into that castle, he knows I ain't coming out alive. So he makes a decision to be like, not today, but I will be coming back for you. I will come back. And that's where it ends. We also got introduced to the brother. Remember last episode how he said, I'm the brother of? Well, this guy's coming for Jinwoo. He wants to hunt him. So that's going to be an awesome battle to see. But man, this episode, animation, brilliant. Score, brilliant. Story, brilliant. Characters, brilliant. Solo Leveling is becoming an anime that is going to be very tough to beat this year. This, if it continues the way that it's going right now, I don't see anything beating Solo Leveling for anime of the year. I just don't. It's just so good. It's brilliant. And we're only 7 episodes in so far. I can't wait to next week's episode. Let me know what you guys thought of episode 7. Did you guys love it? Smash it down in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.